Alrighty guys, now we are seeing digital continue to take over physical media in the gaming world. Of course, we've seen it already with music and movies. It's taken over. And it's taken over in games now. Now, I do like physical media. I admit it. I like it. But as much as I like digital, to start over again. Alrighty guys, now as the decline of physical media continues to happen with video games, we've already seen it with DVDs, Blu-rays, and of course music years ago. Physical, it's being phased out. And the gaming companies, they've been very, very smart how they've done this. Because, I used to always buy the game physically. Always buy the game physically. I would play it, and if I liked the game, I would keep it, I would sell it, But things have changed. Things have changed. As we go to the store now, you can go to your local Walmart or Target. You'll see less physical games, especially on the Xbox section, but you see less physical games overall. I can remember a time when the new Call of Duty game would come out, and you would have day one sales. You would have not midnight sales, The game would come out at midnight. You would get the game. You would play it. You would go to GameStop just to get that game. Now, you don't have to do that. You just get it digitally. And the big problem I have with digital, the biggest problem I have with it is how they try to charge the same price as a physical copy. It should be more enticing to buy it digitally, but they've done a good job of that. If you really think about it, how many times have we had these big sales? Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, they have these big sales where you get the game cheap. You're like, man, I'm saving a fortune. Look at this. Or you're like, well, it's like $5 cheaper than the physical version. Sometimes you'll see sales like that, and you'll be like, I'll just go ahead and buy the physical version. And that's how they've slowly kind of done the consumer like this. You get free games every month, and that puts into your mind, well, right there are some free games. If you've got the Xbox, service, the PlayStation Plus, all that, they offer free games every month. That gets people used to digital. You download that digital game, you're like, well, look at that, I got these 3 games free, or these 2 games free for the month. You download them digital. They've slowly gotten us used to digital downloads. They've done it with DLC. Like you would buy a game like Call of Duty, of course, you'd buy the physical version of it, and then the DLC would come out, the extra maps would come out. Slowly getting the consumer used to downloads. Slowly getting you, it just slowly conditioning the person, just slowly done it. They've done it to me, they've done it to everybody. Because everybody is buying digital now. And it's just the way it is. And you'll see, I know not all companies do this, but Nintendo's done it with some of their games. You can buy the box of the game at the store, but you have to download a digital version, which I find that odd. It's got like a code for a digital download. It's like you get the box art, but no game. But if you think about it, we've all fallen for it. We have. I know a lot of people are like, well, I only buy physical. I would say even the people I was a diehard. I'm going to buy the physical game. I'm going to keep it. And if I want to sell it later on, I can sell it, but I've got the physical copy. I was the same way till about probably 6-7 years ago. And when I first started downloading digital games, that was it. I just downloaded them, take advantage of them sales. Nintendo has sales every week on their store. PlayStation, Xbox, there's always some kind of sale. I remember last year when the new NBA game came out, like 5 or 6 months later. I never bought it physically, but I saw it for like $29. It was a download. I was like, well, the physical copy was like $59, I think, and then the game was still like $59, but you get that digital version for $30. Sales is what really has driven digital purchases. It gets it in people's mind. It's in your mind. You're like, well, look at that. Get used to it. And I used to sell my games that I didn't play. I used to always sell them on eBay. When I would play them, I would sell them and stuff. But not a lot of people did that. A lot of people, they just buy the game and they're stuck with it, And that's just how it was. So if you think about it, people, we've slowly been conditioned to buy digital media. Slowly been conditioned. It all started way back when the DLC started. When you would go to those midnight sales, go to those midnight Call of Duty, whatever, the Call of Duty, when they sell the game at midnight, whatever they call that, I don't know. But you buy that game, then the DLC would come out. We just slowly got used to buying digital. And as it kept going on and on, we find out look where we're at right now. Everything, not everything, but a lot of it, I'd say 80% or 70% of all game purchases it's digital. It's digital. And it's partly our fault because we fell for the trap, people. We fell for it.
My powers aren't having any effect on him.
Instant gratification. You don't have to go to the store. I'm not feeling well today. The new game came out, whatever it may be. The new Call of Duty came out. The new Mario game came out. I just don't want to go to the store. And there it is. And I've also noticed now when a new game does come out, like if it comes out on a Friday for Nintendo, I went to my local Walmart before, and I've looked for the game, and they still have it in the back. The game is still in the back, the physical copy, because there's no a demand for it, like people coming up, like you have all these people coming up asking for the physical copy. Do you have it? Do you have it? Like the demand is gone for it like that. There's no more excitement for, we got to get the game on the shelf early because all these people's going to want it. So I've seen that happen too. So digital is taking over. But I don't believe it's going to fully take over. It's going to be a big chunk of it though. But I believe physical will hang on for a little bit longer. I really do. Just because you still have people that like to collect. And I like to buy a physical game from time to time. You know, I still have that Mario game that came out, the last one. I bought that physically, and I'm going to keep that. And the good thing about buying Nintendo games, this is the best thing ever. When you buy a Nintendo game, that's a first-party game like Mario or Zelda, that thing holds its value. You can keep that game 5 years from now and still get a good price for it. If not, it might even go up. You know, Nintendo games, the first-party games, they do a good job keeping the value. But anyway, that's my thoughts on this. You know, we've done it to ourselves, people. We've fallen for the trap. That's just how it's went. We've fallen for it, and now everything's become digital. We fell for it with music. We fell for it with movies. It's the convenience of it has just made everybody like, I just don't need the physical copy no more. And that's what's happened. Not everybody, I'm saying, but I would say most people. The physical buying customer is in the minority now. So anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on this. As always, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, and remember, destiny is all. Toodles.